Welcome back, everybody. We're down here on Florida's beautiful Gulf Coast. We're heading out with Captain Christian today, and we're gonna see if we can catch some Spanish mackerel. I have an excellent idea for a recipe. It's gonna be Spanish mackerel, but we're doing it Italian style. Spanish mackerel, baby. I've transported back to Colorado, and this is my beautiful Spanish mackerel. Let's go ahead and make this recipe. This is something that Blackstone Betty taught me 3 years ago. We were down in Florida. I went on a fishing charter, and I caught a 42-inch mahi-mahi. It's beautiful. I actually have it mounted on the wall here. It's so nice. And Betty taught me this recipe for Italian-style fish. Today, we're gonna do it with a little twist that she told me about. We're gonna start out with some grape tomatoes, really nice, and I have some cuties joining me today. I have my Blackstone Pro Series heating up, and I have a Lodge seasoned steel paella pan. Kind of fits in since we have a Spanish fish. You could also do this with cast iron. I used the cast iron skillet last time I made this recipe with Betty. A little bit of extra virgin olive oil in my pan, and just like Betty taught me, we're gonna chop these tomatoes in two. We're gonna get a whole bunch of these because we're doing it family style. Over to the griddle top and into my paella pan, just the way Blackstone Betty taught me. Then we'll go with some onion slices, and we'll just slice these in two. In with the tomatoes. And next, some green bell pepper. Cut these up into little strips, and in with the green bell pepper, a little more olive oil, pinch or two kosher salt, and a little bit of black pepper. Spanish mackerel looks wonderful. I patted it dry with a paper towel. You always want to make sure the fish is dry before you try to give it a sear. We're gonna go in with a little bit of that olive oil, rub that olive oil into the fish, and simple seasoning of salt and black pepper. Gonna add some fresh cloves of garlic. We'll mix this up and either close the hood or use a basting cover like we did in Florida 3 years ago. While we're waiting for the cooking, I thought I'd show you this Griddle Tour. By the time this episode airs, I'll be across America on the Griddle Tour. I'm gonna be in 12 different cities this year. Check the description down below. Check Blackstone social media, Instagram, Facebook, my personal Instagram, Facebook, Griddle Tour 2024. Can't wait to see you there. It's gonna be a sizzling good time. Let's check out our tomatoes, onions, peppers, and garlic. Woo! My, that looks so good. I'm also gonna point out that you can see my griddle top starting to dry out. I'm gonna go ahead and oil up my griddle top. I'm not cooking directly on the griddle top today. We're in the paella pan. I don't want it to crack, so I always keep it looking shiny. Now down with my Spanish mackerel. I'm not gonna blacken this per se, like we did the fish on the previous couple videos. Oh, it smells so good. Same thing on the other side, a little bit of the extra virgin olive oil and a little more salt and black pepper. It's been a few minutes. I mentioned earlier, we're not gonna blacken this, but that's what we want. We want beautiful, beautiful golden brown. Woo-hoo-wee. Betty told me that day that you can add white wine and capers. Oh, capers. always chopping my herbs. Betty said, no, no, no. She said, if you want this to be done the right way, just rip off some Italian flat leaf parsley and put the whole pieces in there. Same thing with basil. Rip up some basil leaves and straight down into the pot. The fish is almost done, so I'm gonna start layering it in the center. A little bit of red pepper. I think I was supposed to add this earlier, but I forgot. This is supposed to be mixed up with my veggies, so I'll do my best. You didn't see that. I didn't make a mistake. And rip up a little more of that fresh basil. We'll sprinkle that around, maybe a little bit down on top. Take a look at that. Pick up my pan onto my Blackstone Griddle cutting board. It looks so good. Let's give it a try. Let's check out that Spanish mackerel.
Not me.
That's the perfect fish for this. Betty suggested Italian bread. She didn't need to pull my leg because we're all about Italian bread and I use a lot of it here. She called it slopping up the juice. She likes to get in there, oh, like that, and I'm all about that. I'm all about the garlic, so I'm gonna make one of those whole garlic cloves disappear. Have to get some capers in there. Packed with flavor. I'm gonna pass this bite over to our camera person who's been watching me talk about how delicious it is. And of course, I grew up in the land of you had to build everything into a sandwich, whether it was spaghetti or lasagna or anything. Everything went into Italian bread and became a sandwich. Gonna do it today. Juice is just out of this world. White wine, garlic, capers. It's dynamite. Whoo-wee. So I hope you enjoyed that. So much fun, and it was great to take a walk back memory lane. That fun day cooking a recipe just like this with Blackstone Betty, and my goodness, how much fun to be down on Florida's Gulf fishing. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll get this recipe up at blackstoneproducts.com. Please leave me a comment down below. Until next time, this is Todd and my kids. We're saying praise the Lord and pass the Italian-style fish.